known to everybody, but somehow we forget, or we have to become the manifestation of the hadith. The hadith which is in Bukhari, wherein the Prophet ﷺ said, لَيَكُنَنَّ مِنْ أُمَّتِي أَقْوَامٌ يَسْتَحِلُّونَ الْحِرَى وَالْحَرِيرَ وَالْخَمْرَ وَالْمَعَازِفِ. That there shall be a group from my nation who will seek to make permissible, who will somehow twist it to make the following items halal, even though they are haram. He mentioned al-hibr, which is known as al-farj, which is known as fornication, wal-harir, and silk for men, wal-khamr, intoxicants, and ma'azif, musical instruments. Musical instruments. And we have Ibn Abbas and Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhuma, and pretty much all of the Sahaba interpreting the ayah in Surah Luqman, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَشْتَرِي لَهْوَ الْحَدِيثِ لِيُضِلَّ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ وَيَتَّخِذَهَا هُزُوًا. They say that lahwa al-hadith is singing, music and singing. So hadith al-Bukhari coupled with an ayah from the book of Allah with the tafsir of the Sahaba suggesting that music and singing are not permissible in Islam. But as the hadith says, يَسْتَحِلُّونَ. It will become so normal that it becomes halal. And if you were to say something about it, you're crazy. You become crazy, extremist. What? Are you kidding me? Music's haram? Come on, man. Everybody listens to music. It's all over the place. That's exactly what the hadith is saying. But the hadith continues that these people, Allah Azza wa Jal will make the earth swallow some of them, and others will be turned into apes and swine, monkeys and pigs until Yawm al-Qiyamah, which is a very scary hadith. And therefore we have to realize that fasting is affected by listening to music, let alone in the masjid, let alone in the place of Salaah, where we have to hear 50 Cent or Tupac or one of these losers singing and rapping, or their musical beats are being, with the takbir, with Allahu Akbar. You have to hear something of the sort. So I urge the brothers to be mindful of these things. You don't need a musical ringtone on your phone. There are many standard ringtones like tirrin, tirrin, something of the sort that does the job. It could be something else that does the job. But whether we are in the masjid or outside the masjid, or wherever we may be, we have to avoid music, specifically on the phone, because your phone is with you wherever you go. So you're broadcasting, you're a service provider. And the problem with that is, one thing, if you listen to music in your own room, you close the doors, this is a sin that only affects you. But when you turn up the volume so that others are listening, you become now responsible for these people as well. And on Yawm al-Qiyamah they will come and say, give me my right, you ruined my salah. You ruined my salah, so how are you going to fix that? So they will take away from that person's good deeds. And if he runs out of good deeds, then Allah will take their bad deeds and He will place them on this person until he goes to Jannah because of something stupid, something silly. It's not worth it. So we just have to be a little more rational, basic. It's tough, and we have to fight against our desires. Yes, we love music. Everybody loves music, but then everybody loves women. But you can't have a girlfriend. And you love wine, but you can't drink it. And you love to spend money extravagantly, but it's haram. Because the dunya is a test. It's a test. We're supposed to struggle here so we can enjoy it there. If you enjoy it now, you will not enjoy it there. That's just the adl, the justice of Allah. So we have to choose, when do you want to have fun? You want to have fun now? You can. You can ignore the rules and regulations and you can do what you want. But on the day of judgment, don't ask for anything. Or, you struggle now, it's tough, but that's what we're here for, and then you will enjoy it forever. خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا أَبَدًا. In Jannah, women and wine and music, whatever you want. It's going to be readily available around the clock, never ever going to end. So the believer, the intellectual person, he weighs these two things and he says, okay, don't give me 1 riyal now, but give me 1 billion riyals next week. If somebody gave you the choice, I'll give you 1 riyal now, or you give me 1 week, I'll give you 10 billion riyals. Only a silly person will say, no, give me the riyal now. Because even if he's lying, if he's not going to give you 10 billion riyals, what are you going to do with the riyal? Buy juice? But if he's saying the truth, and you only waited 1 week, that's the big deal. You can do a lot with 10 billion riyals. And this is a human being. Allah will not break the promise. He won't. He won't tell you, I'll give you Jannah, then not give you Jannah. He promised us Jannah. So Ramadan is the best time and platform to be able to continue this mode of life. This is when we're able to, because the shayateen are chained. So now it's easy for you not to listen to music. It's easy to lower your gaze. It's easy to do these things. So that when after Ramadan, afterwards, we have already gained some strength to defeat our desires. But it is very critical for someone to be admitted to paradise. Paradise is not easy. It's not cheap. Sil'atullah, it's ghaliya. It's very costly. It's expensive. And the cost of it is taqwa. You don't have to bring money. Your father doesn't have to be big, fulan, or some big prestigious person. No. That's not going to admit you to paradise either. Only one currency, the currency of taqwa. And taqwa is avoiding the haram. Doing